Every year, it seems, the Melbourne Cup throws up an incredible story of rags to riches, triumph over adversity, or fantastic comeback. This year, a former Palestinian refugee turned multi-millionaire businessman is hoping to join the legend. Marwan Kukash spent 3 years as a child in a Jordanian refugee camp before winding up in the UK, where he went to university and ultimately set up a massively successful financial services company. He's the owner of one of this year's favourites, Mount Athos, and on the weekend he declared he was certain his horse would win tomorrow. Dr Kukash joined me earlier. Dr Kukash, you've said that you're very confident of winning the Melbourne Cup tomorrow. What's the source of that confidence?
It's having a very good horse. You know, he looks stronger than he was last year. Seeing him work over the last couple of days, he looks in absolutely fantastic form. And we have a jockey in Craig Williams this year that knows the track, experienced around Flemington. So we've got fantastic combination, jockey and horse.
In recent years, around Melbourne Cup time, there's always discussion in Australia about the number of foreign horses running and whether the race is losing its uniquely Australian identity. What's your take on that?
Hey, but it adds to the glamour of the Melbourne Cup. Now, you know, I've only been involved in racing for 5 years, but since day one, since I came into racing, my dream has always been having a runner in the Melbourne Cup. Now it's becoming almost like an international race. And in my opinion, it's the biggest show on earth, right? So you can't start excluding horses just because they are based you know, overseas or being international horses. In my opinion, if the horse qualifies, regardless where it comes from and which trainers has that horse, the horse should be in the race.
You mentioned you only got into horse racing about 5 years ago. How did that come about?
I'll blame that on my bank manager. I think he took me racing once, and I enjoyed it. And I said to him jokingly, next time we go racing, you know, I'll buy a horse. And he bloody believed me, right? And sorry for swearing. And he helped me buy my first horse, and the rest is history.
What do you like so much about it?
I absolutely love being at the races, and for me now it's obviously I've been getting involved now in rugby. I mean, I just love taking my family, go and see the animals, you know, going around the track. It's fantastic sport to be involved in and a great social day out for me.
Just on the rugby, you own a rugby league team in England, Salford. You've said that you're keen to poach some top Australian players for it. Who are you talking to?
Oh, the very best. It would be unfair to name the players at this stage because most of them are likely to be or under contract, so I'm going to decline to give you an answer.
Are they household names in Australia?
Of course, yeah. I just need... You see, in England, rugby league is a sport a lot of people love, but unfortunately it's run by dinosaurs, what I call dinosaurs, people reluctant to change. And I really need to take some big names to make a big statement, not just for my club, but for the sport, and that's the only way I'm going to make people change.
As a child, you spent 3 years in a Jordanian refugee camp. You reportedly didn't own a pair of shoes until you were 12. Did you, in your wildest dreams, imagine that your life could turn out like this?
No, but I always knew I'll make good of my life. But I've been fortunate, and I've done much better than I ever expected. But again, I mean, you set yourself goals, and you work hard to achieve them. As long as you set yourself realistic goals, you'll always be able to achieve them, provided you work hard enough for them.
What is it in your own nature that's allowed you to come from such humble beginnings to such incredible success? Because a lot of people work hard and they don't all end up as successful as you are.
I have a good vision. And this is like the culture I try to instill in my club. When I took over, basically we had the worst team in the competition. And I tried to change the culture of the people who were there, and they were reluctant to change. They really didn't believe in themselves they could be champions. So I had to change the people.
Well, Dr. Kukash, good luck for tomorrow. I hope you get to hold that cup in your hands.
You will see that definitely. Thank you very much.